you made reference to the OCS grant, but what does OCS stand for first, just so that the viewers understand, and what are you guys talking about? I mean, I want to make the connection of this incredible opportunity where you have these new businesses, but what does that mean? I mean, Barack Obama and John McCain and both of their presidential campaigns were talking about green collar jobs, and they were talking about this economic stimulus package. And as I was listening to that and watching as an observer, it struck me as a great thing. But frankly, it's at a 50,000 foot level, if you will, where it's almost in the abstract. What does it look like, and what does it mean for local communities like the one that I represent and live in? And how does something like that become an opportunity, frankly, when you're dealing also with challenges, everyday real challenges like the one where we saw where Cooper Lamp closed its doors because they could no longer compete with their Chinese counterparts. I mean, what does it all mean?
Well, I'll give some context, and then you can comment on some of the others. We're trying to attract businesses that are eco-pioneers, that are leading the way in this green economy. And as you mentioned, most of them are in their early stages of their life cycle. So they need additional access to resources. Some of it may be human capital, some may be financial capital, some of it is marketing muscle. So we're trying to add a lot of those elements. But a lot of these businesses that we're talking with, they're saying, well, we need a little bit more on one of those three areas. So this has been fantastic because through the work with the Leads Council, they've been able to provide them both access to training, the human capital they need, and access to some additional funding that can help make the tipping point, if you will, where these businesses that have so much potential for not just the local community, but for our economy as a country, leading the way in the green economy.
Yeah, I would have to agree. When BOM came along and obtained this building, their goal, and their expertise is developing a property and making cash flow and creating a model that works, that's economically sustainable. Our interest and our mission is to obtain benefit for the community from projects that come to this community. And when they originally proposed the Green Exchange, which I like their phrase, the merchandise mart for green businesses, I really think that provides a great image for those of us that live in Chicago and are familiar with the merchandise mart for what's really going to go on there. But when they proposed that, we were sort of thinking, okay, how can this benefit our constituency? Members from Lathrop Homes, a public housing project that's right down the road on Diversey and Clybourne. Low-income residents, majority Hispanic speakers in this neighborhood, and the opportunity to go for a competitive grant. And OCS stands for Office of Community Services, and it's part of the Department of Health and Human Services, and it's a little-known holdover from the old War on Poverty days from the 60s program that allows nonprofits to partner with for-profit organizations on real estate development projects to create benefit for the overall community around jobs and lasting economic impact. So what we're really trying to do here with this grant, and Lead Council, we also need to thank, and this is an alphabet soup of acronyms, LISC, Local Initiative Support Corporation, Marva Williams, a key staffer at LISC. They stepped up to the plate with funding, along with BOM, to hire a grant writer for this very competitive federal grant. We submitted that proposal back in June of 2008, and in the fall of 2008, we were found out that we were awarded a $573,000 grant. The majority of that money will be loaned out to tenants of the Green Exchange. Approximately $8,500 of loan money would go to a tenant that would apply and qualify, and for each approximately $8,500, they would have to commit to hiring one resident that met various criteria, either a laid-off worker, so formerly Cooper Lamp employees that have been laid off, there are still a number of those out there that are looking for gainful employment. They would be eligible to be hired and placed under this program. Residents of Lathrop homes, low-income community residents, formerly incarcerated community residents. So we have a whole pool of people here that could be placed under this program. And what's exciting is now, given the current status of credit, we're able to offer below market rate financing to tenants. Our rates are based on the Harris Bank prime lending rate, and we can go 300 basis points below that. So if Harris is at 4%, we can loan out money at 1%. And we have very favorable terms and rate and repayment schedules.
And given the nature of the economy right now, and how difficult it is to come by credit, right, and financing, I think it's a remarkable opportunity. But again, I think what is so powerful of what you guys are speaking about here is a real life example. In terms of what some of the discussions and some of the things that Barack and John McCain were talking about as they were campaigning. I look at the Green Exchange and the relationships that we have developed with not only Leeds Council and the Green Exchange, but with the Logan Square Neighborhood Association, with the Department of Planning, the other elected officials, Congressman Luis Gutierrez's office, Senator Durbin's office, and at that time Senator Barack Obama. Who was also helpful, and all of the other individuals. I think it really is a model of what promise this new movement and this new green economy really presents for communities to not only take a look at how it is to create new employment opportunities, but do it in a way where you're engaging people, empowering folks. I mean, I get excited about just how it is that we've come to this place. Because guys, let's be honest here, that when we first talked, we were all in these room meetings together when the Green Exchange evolved.
Yeah.
Yes.
It started, at first we were all scratching our heads and wondering, what the heck are we going to do with these 270,000 square feet of buildable space? And I think someone else who deserves a tremendous amount of credit is Barry Bursack.
Yes.
For Barry Bursack is the gentleman who had the idea of the green furniture making company, looking for space, right? And then
it was his vision,
giving us turning on that light bulb for us about what we can do creatively. But I think also just the process. And so when we talk about sustainability, if you think about the three legs of that stool, I think you can point to those three legs in this whole evolution, right? We have about 2 minutes left. I want to make sure, Mike, how can someone learn more about the green collar jobs and green, this green economy? I know you have a website. Where can someone go to get more information?
They can log on to www.leadcouncil.org, and that's our website. I should add that Lead Council, we basically have three focuses. I mentioned them: economic development, workforce development, and sustainable development. We recently hired a new director of sustainable development. Her name is Paige Finnegan, and Paige has done a great job in developing the whole sustainable ideas that are embodied in our work. And by logging on to that website, you can get more information, or you can contact Paige directly.
So it's LEED council.com.
.org.
.org, excuse me. LEEDcouncil.org. I want to learn more about, I'm watching this program. I have a green business, and I'm looking for space like Barry was. Where do I go to?
If you're a green business and you're looking for retail, office, showroom type space, you go to www.greenexchange.com. If you're just a citizen in the area and you're interested in learning about being green, you can also